Am I practicing the right way? Will I recover if I practice this way? What am I doing wrong? What if I don't get this right? This video is all about indecision, and it's a classic symptom of anxiety, and it can be really frustrating if we don't deal with it, if we don't call it exactly what it is, and that's anxiety. So this video is all about indecision, and there are many different ways it manifests and what you should do about it, because it's really common and to be expected as part of the anxiety state, of course, fueled by sensitization and adrenaline. So, why is indecision, and linked to being indecisive when you're anxious, is being easily influenced by others, getting an opinion from someone and thinking, oh, maybe I should consider that, or maybe I should do that, or what about this? And so we're easily suggestible. We're also indecisive. So what is going on? It manifests with how we practice. Am I doing it the right way? Will I get this right? What if I'm not getting it right? So we're going back and forth, and this is sort of part of that obsessive thinking we can get into, all the rumination, which again is another classic form of anxiety. So why does this happen? Well, again, if our nervous system's sensitized, our flight or fight response is active, we're reacting to decisions we have to make, or thoughts about recovery, or how we're practicing, or should I go to the restaurant with friends? Should I go on the holiday? Should I book that flight? Whatever the content of the thoughts is, we're reacting to it as though we're obsessing it as though there's some sort of physical threat. So again, if I'm in a physical threat situation, there's a tiger there, there's a car coming at me, a bear, whatever it is, you want to assess all and scrutinize all your exit options or all your safety options so that you choose the right one that is going to ultimately help you survive. So we do want to be critical. We want to be conservative. And we want the voice of doubt to be active when we're trying to save our own lives, protect ourselves physically, because we just want to choose the right option. We don't want to choose the wrong one that could leave us injured, hurt, etc. So that's what happens when there's some sort of physical threat happening. And so the indecisiveness, if you've got someone else with you and you're in a physical threat situation, or there's a real problem that you've got to deal with, you're listening to other people's opinions, you're trying to absorb them then to determine which is right. So that all makes sense in those situations, because we need to consider all options. The problem is that when we're sitting there alone, there's no physical threat, but we're starting to worry about, should I take this job? Should I go for a walk? Should I do this? Should I do that? Should I take a supplement? Is it the diet that's causing the anxiety, or whatever it is? Then that's where we start to run into trouble in terms of getting lost in our thoughts, getting lost in the adrenaline that's fueling our thoughts, the sensitization, etc. So all we have to do, and I'm trying to keep this really simple, is treat indecision and suggestibility, so being easily influenced by others, as just another symptom of anxiety that we go, allow just another anxious thought, this indecisiveness, my rumination about this decision, all the what ifs, just anxiety, just fueled by adrenaline. If I let the adrenaline run, if I let the heart race a little bit, if I let the slow drip of adrenaline burn itself out in time, I practice, go loose, slow down, all the things I talk about, then we know we'll get relief from how we feel. The indecisiveness will dissipate. We'll get more clarity and certainty if we allow the cycle to play out without resisting it as much, without adding so much second fear to it. It's the same with others, the temptation to get reassurance from someone else. Should I do this? Should I do that? Okay, I'm just going to let this anxiety symptom of seeking reassurance, needing another opinion, Googling. That's another manifestation of this. I just got to check this just to make sure I'm okay. Again, once you know what anxiety is through the videos on my channel, Claire Weeks, other methods, you know the answers. And so we have to start to then work and treat all the indecision, the suggestibility as more anxiety to practice with, the need for constant reassurance. That's linked to it. So we allow the cycles behind it to play out in the background as we go loose, slow down in the foreground. And once the energy, the adrenaline fueling the current indecisiveness dissipates, we'll get relief, we'll get more clarity, and then we can decide if any action needs to be taken, decide if we need to get another opinion. Or if we do get another opinion, we can more easily go, you know what? Yeah, I appreciate your thought, but I'm fine. Especially if we're dealing with loved ones or people who are trying to help us, necessarily help us. So that's the way we do it. We must treat indecisiveness, suggestibility, being easily influenced as more anxiety thoughts and treat them that way. Because what we often do is we think, oh, well, I'm not practicing right. So we think it's a legitimate thought. It's a legitimate thing I have to worry about, whereas that's not true. That's part of the bluff of anxiety. I hope that helps. It's a common symptom. If you've got any questions on it, let me know. Otherwise, see you again soon, I'm sure. Take care.